Hi everyone, this is Bob Perkins with aa-isp's Inside Sales Studio. We're coming to you from the Leadership Summit 2016 here in Chicago. I'm happy to have Giovanna Sangiorgi with us. Giovanna is the Vice President of Oracle Direct for EMEA. Welcome.
Yeah, right.
It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
What do you think so far of the Leadership Summit?
It is an amazing opportunity in meeting all these people from all over the world. All of us are sharing a number of challenges all together, having the opportunity to exchange opinion, information, to brainstorm is of immense value.
That's great. We're about halfway through the event. Now, I wanted to have a few minutes to speak with you about what's happening with inside sales in Europe. And I know you're responsible for Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And let's start out with what are you seeing as some of the top challenges that you're facing as a leader?
So inside the sales across Europe, Middle East, and Africa is probably, I don't know what is the best English word to say it, but it's something more than vibrant, energetic, boiling. It is really a burning topic. Almost every company is investing in this new generation of sales rep. We're supposed to solve most of the problem companies are actually facing those days. So for every rep we are trying to recruit, there are at least another 4, 5, sometimes 6 companies that are trying to hire the exact same person. So this is my biggest challenge at the moment. We are growing, we are investing a lot, we are growing in all of our cloud sales center across the region. And so attracting the right talent is the most challenging things, if you want, because it is really a race for getting the right talent.
Our last research we did in the United States, mostly in the United States, came out that 70% of the companies were adding headcount. And we asked the leaders what are their top challenges, and they said training and development, and hiring and recruiting. So obviously it's been hiring and recruiting.
Yeah. Obviously first thing is hiring and recruiting, and immediately after is onboarding and train them and then make them productive.
Right.
Yeah.
And so let's drill into each of those a little bit. Are you trying to do anything unique or different around finding talent, recruiting talent, since it's become so hard?
Yeah, I think that it's not nice that I say that we are pretty advanced, but I think that we are, for sure we have done a lot of progresses in the way we recruit people, in the way we try to attract the right talent, in the way we connect and collaborate with them. We have an incredible network of people that we are leveraging. Current Oracle employee, former Oracle employee, former inside the sales rep at Oracle, students at the university we work for and with. And we are doing it, leveraging a lot all the social media network, leveraging the community of the students within each of the universities. So I think that we are doing a pretty good job. Good. I'm happy to be able to say that we announced an aggressive recruiting campaign last January with the idea to get most of the people on board by the end of May, so for the beginning of our new fiscal year. And so far we are tracking on our plan well. Sure. So we are moving ahead quite well.
Just last week, I was at Baylor University in Texas, Waco, Texas, and I met Todd Sion, who's also
my new colleague from U.S. application.
Yeah. Right, you're a peer from the U.S. and we were speaking to college interns, people that are going to graduate in a year. Are you working with universities to recruit interns or candidates?
We do work with the university intensively, all the main university across Europe. So far not yet in Middle East and Africa, but it is definitely in my agenda for the next months to come. We are working slightly different from what we are doing in North America. We are, if you want, less aggressive in recruiting grads, and we are targeting more people with at least 1 or 2 years of experience. We wanted to recruit people that even if they have not yet a solid sales experience, but at least are willing and determined to build a sales career.
Great, great. So it sounds like you have a lot of different things you're doing to recruit. Let's talk about training and development.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything new or exciting around training? We found that was one of the top challenges as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely one of the top challenges. Things that people need to know to be productive are so many, and everything is changing so rapidly that the digital business imperative, how to help our customer to really move forward in their digital agenda, all these type of things are so many that it's not easy to ensure that we can keep the people, our rep, with all the right information and the right skill to start to be productive. We have just redesigned completely our onboarding and training program. Obviously, one of the key things where I'm really focused those days is on the certification and gamification within the training program, new training program. So we wanted to be sure that the reps are progressing during their initial training, and we also wanted to be sure that we leverage the energy and the good result that some of the reps are getting to influence and pass the energy to the other.
One of the things that the aa-isp does each year is we do what we call top challenges research, but we also ask a lot of questions about the type of methods that inside reps use to contact prospects or to contact clients. Yeah. And what we found this year was we found an increase in text messaging, actually texting customers. We found an increase in the use of video as a means of communicating. Can you talk about either of those?
So text messages is a frontier that we haven't yet broken.
Okay.
So definitely it is text messages are part of our life. So clearly sales rep are using text messages, I'm sure, with their customer. But I'm inclined to say, and I believe and I hope to be right in saying that reps are using text messages where there is already an established relationship with the customer. So it's not the tool to really to do prospecting or something that we use to support the prospecting activity. Different is video. Okay. We use a lot of video. We are, I think, among the early adopter of the social media.
Yes.
So we are using a lot Twitter, we are using a lot LinkedIn to prospect and to develop the relationship, to start, I would say, the relationship with our customer. We are using a lot of new technologies to make the customer experience better and more effective for both us and our customer. We use a lot of WebEx. We use technology like Personify when it's not for prospecting, but more to nurture and to develop the opportunity. So I have a team, we have a project team that is really focused on evaluating and analyzing all the different technology and bring them into the life, day-to-day life of the sales rep to improve the ability they have to connect with customer and improve the customer experience.
Good. You know, let's end with one question about the customer. Okay. Yep. So we know in the United States, for example, the customer who is a type of consumer, they tend to want to consume like they do as a consumer. They go online, they research, they get ready to buy, they may reach out for some information, but they want it quickly, easily. Sometimes they don't even want to talk to someone on the phone. Can you compare some of the characteristics of, say, the U.S. Culture of the customer versus, say, the European culture? And I even remember back when I had a team in Amsterdam, and a team in the U.S. Back in the, I hate to say, back in the late 90s, so 17 years ago.
Just few years.
Yes, a few years ago. We found that in the U.S. It was a little bit more acceptable to receive an email, make a phone call, get through on a phone call, and Europe seems a little less ready for that. Do you see any differences between the buyers and how we can contact them at all?
I don't have massive experience in US. Okay. I know what my colleague tells me, but I'm inclined to say that there is no longer any significant gap of difference, especially now the cloud did, if I can use this word, re-evolve the behavior and the expectation of our customer. Obviously, social media, digital, everything, digital age, everything did help the customer moving forward, and in fact draw a significant change in the behavior of the customer. I would say that European customers, especially in Western Europe, are not so much different from US, so they want a fast, quick, and agile experience when they buy. And we are not known to be the best company to do business with, but we are doing a lot of progresses. There are a lot of projects to simplify the contracting part and to really improve and make faster the customer experience. And I have to say that never like now, I'm absolutely happy with the progresses and the speed at which we are moving forward.
Great. That certainly makes sense. And that's really what we need to do to keep up with how quickly and efficiently the customer wants to exchange and interact with sales. Final question here, Giovanna. What are some of your top initiatives or top goals for 2016?
Yeah, 2016 for us is going to finish in 5 weeks because our fiscal year ends at the end of May. And so I would say our top priority for fiscal year 17 is going to start at the beginning of June is definitely the fact that we are taking much more responsibility within the ecosystem. So we are having a significant part of our inside sales organization is supposed to drive cloud sales and also system sales, at least across what we call SMB, which is not really so small. It is, but it is anyway the low end, if you want, of the market. So this is our number one priority.
That's great, and I hope you end fiscal 2016 then in just like 2 months, right?
April, in 6 weeks.
In 6 weeks. So there's a little pressure on the system to hit the number?
A little bit of pressure, but I'm absolutely happy.
All right, very good. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
My pleasure.
This is Bob Perkins with aa-isp Inside Sales Studio right here, coming to you from Leadership Summit 2016. It's a great event. Thank you for coming. And you flew all this way from Italy. Just to come here for this event.
Exactly right.
All right.
And I'm happy for them.
Well, we're happy to have you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bob. My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.